Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin and I am a K-5 elementary music teacher in Northern Indiana, and I'm also the teacher author behind From Do Re Mi to You. If I sound a little quiet or funny to you this week, it's because I have gotten another cold thanks to my son, and I've lost my voice for the second time this year, which never happens. So if I'm a little quiet or sound a little funny, that is why. This week we're talking about Music in Our Schools Month. For almost 40 years, March has been designated as Music in Our Schools Month by NAfME, which is the National Association for Music Education. And while I believe we should always be celebrating music in our schools, March can serve as a focused time to advocate our programs to our administration, to our students and our parents and our community alike. So as we create awareness for music education, here are some ways that we can celebrate Music in Our Schools Month. As a seasoned music teacher, older music teacher, whatever you want to call me, I do not take music performances for granted. When we returned from COVID, doing public performances were off the table until our restrictions lifted. And I think back to the year before when we shut down a week and a half before my 4th and 5th graders were going to do their spring program. And it was really heartbreaking for them and for me because those students were more than ready, and my 5th graders missed out on doing a performance altogether that year. But nearly a year later, after we shut down, our restrictions lifted in our school and we were able to gather parents and students alike for a celebration of music. So I chose to do a music program that year, a themed program that year based off of the importance of music and how we use music in our daily lives. And I called it Celebrate Music. Now, I chose to do this program with my 4th and 5th graders, but I think that the script and the flexibility of the whole program would work just as well, if not better, as a full school assembly. My school just doesn't do full school assemblies. So with this, the script works to where you could have the oldest students read the different parts, and then you can have different grade levels assigned different songs, either the songs that I chose to do with my students, or you can use what you are already teaching in the classroom and figure out what theme those songs would fit. I think this is a great way to celebrate Music in Our Schools Month, and then you can invite not just your principal, but also all of your administrators for the district, like your superintendent, to come and watch and see all the amazing things that you are already doing in your schools. The program that I wrote is called Celebrate Music. It looks like this up here. And it comes with complete scripts for the teacher and the students, 2 ORF arrangements if you want to use the xylophones. There are lots of song ideas and an info guide with how I put on the program, and a program handout if you do this as an evening program. So you can check the link down below. Okay, this one may be a little controversial, but I think it's important to connect music to other content areas. Now, I know we don't ask classroom teachers to change or connect their curriculum to ours, while we're sometimes asked to do it for them. However, we know the research and how music directly correlates to other content areas. Think language arts and reading and fluency. Math, we have fractions with rhythms. Science, we have the physics of sound. Social studies, putting music into the context of our history. I love that Bolton board where you see music going across one way, and then vertically you have, I think, math, language, history, reading, science. I think that's the order. And I love that because music is the main event. And yet at the same time, it can be found in everything that we teach. So I think we're pretty good naturally throughout the year incorporating these, but March can be a time to highlight these correlations to our students, colleagues, admin, and parents. So I encourage you guys this month, find one way to collaborate with another teacher in your building. If you have a STEM teacher or a teacher that teaches science, see if they can get a hold of a makey to make an instrument, or have them help you build a DIY laundry plate to show vibrations and music. If you have an art teacher in your building, it's a great time to introduce the artwork of Kandinsky and the concept of synesthesia. The art teacher can have them try to recreate his art while listening to music, or in the music room, you can take his art and represent it with music and do the opposite. There are so many possibilities. And I think that when teachers are able to collaborate on equal planes, I think we become better educators and better students ourselves, and our students learn on a deeper level as well. March is also really infamous for the NCAA March Madness tournament. And one popular way I see it being used in Music in Our Schools Month is by creating a bracket of songs for students to listen to and vote on. Now, there are so many ways to do this, and it just depends on your technology and contact time with students. So some teachers will do a large bulletin board or poster in the hallway. That's what I do. But other teachers will just do something digitally and create a Google slide with the bracket on there. Other teachers, when they go to vote on songs, they will have students listen to the matchups in class, maybe all the matchups or just one or two matchups a week, depending on time. And other teachers, especially in buildings where they use Google Classroom a lot, I have seen teachers share the whole slideshow of matchups with all the students, and then the students can listen to all of them on their own time and then fill out a Google form to turn in as voting. There are also a lot of ways to choose music as well. Some teachers prefer to do themed boards like all Disney, decades, original versus covers, character traits, things like that. Well, other times teachers will have the classroom teachers decide on the music. So maybe just a song that they like, or a song from the decade they were born in, or the decade they graduated high school from. Now, I will say, please make sure you personally listen to all the music before debuting them to the students. What we thought of as innocent music when we were kids may not actually be truly school appropriate. I had a teacher last year, a dear friend of mine, not thinking, and was mortified afterwards. She submitted the song, Baby Got Back, Sir Mix-a-Lot. There's no version of that song that I can share with students. And we laughed about it afterwards, and she chose another song. But I would have gotten in big trouble had I not thought ahead and listened to that song, just to make sure. As a personal preference, my students, they get to see lyric videos on the slideshow when we listen to a matchup. And we only listen to a minute or so of the song, maybe a verse and a chorus. I try not to show actual music videos, one, because then you're opening up a lot of controversy as to what may be school appropriate or not school appropriate, and because some music videos may be appropriate and others may not, then they're not on equal playing fields if you show a music video versus a lyric video. So I just choose to do all lyric videos or nothing at all. I think bulletin boards are also a really great way to visually disseminate information to students and parents alike. I love looking at the creative bulletin boards other teachers put on their walls. Popular ideas are doing the March Madness or March Music Madness bracket, and I've seen some really beautiful looking ones. I've seen teachers do simple writing assignments or pictures about what they love about music and posting those on the bulletin boards. Or even I've seen bulletin boards that feature teachers and their secret musical backgrounds or talents. Another way to decorate your bulletin board, or really any wall in your room, is using quotes from famous people celebrating the importance of music in their lives. I created a bulletin board set that I put up on my walls that includes quotes from Taylor Swift, Trombone Shorty, Nietzsche, Bono, just to name a few. It includes their picture as well as a famous quote talking about music. It looks like this up here, and I'll have a link down below. And what I love about this is that you can display as many or as few as you would like. So you can check the link down below. This year, in addition to doing March Music Madness in my classroom, I will also be sharing morning announcements related to music. Each day of the week will have a different theme, like Monday musical jokes, Tuesday world records, Wednesday quotes, Thursday fun facts, and Friday trivia. I have all of my announcements in a packet to give to my principal, and each day only takes 10 to 15 seconds to read. What's great is that I also created visuals that I could, if I had the space, to create a whole calendar bulletin board or I can just post the fact or the trivia question for the day so students can visually see it as well as hear it on the morning announcements. My favorite part is the Friday trivia, where a question will be asked and then students can either write down the answer for me to choose a student to win a prize. Each day has 5 to 10 options to choose from, so you can choose what works best for your students. And the morning announcements and calendars is also undated, so you can use this any time of month or any year, really. If you like your own free copy of my morning announcements and bulletin board, you can find the link down below. It is free, and I hope you enjoy it. I love the month of March. Between St. Patrick's Day, Music in Our Schools month, spring, and the weather warming up and getting ready for spring break, there is so much buzz going around in the school. And I would love to hear about how you and your school celebrates Music in Our Schools month. Happy musicking, everyone!